Hello, everyone. It's been forever since I have seen you guys. So today I'm back with another video, and I know, it's been forever, and I know every time in front of the camera I say the same thing, but a lot happened last year, like a lot. I was very busy and with work, getting married, and all of that stuff. But now I'm back, and I'm back with a video that's all about the books. So I hope you guys are very excited. I do this book bingo challenge every year with my friend Rashmi, and since we live in two different countries, we will have to do this over a Zoom call. So I'm just gonna put that like after I do this intro. But basically, it's all about the challenge and the books that we read, our top three, our worst three, and a little bit more on this year's book bingo challenge because we are taking it to another level. So I'm going to pass it over to her now, and she's going to talk about the challenge, and then we're going to go from there. I hope you enjoy this video.
Okay, hello everyone. I am Rashmi, and today we will be filming a YouTube video for Kasturi's channel. And this video is about the book bingo that we did last year. So it's just a continuation of the same for 2025 as well. And so, book bingo, just a bit about it is that, it's like playing bingo, normal bingo, but each number corresponds to a certain book. So last year we had let each one of us decide whichever book we wanted to choose, but this year it's going to be a bit different, which we will explain more about it in the video. But
So we are going to start off with like out of the 25 books that we read, we are going to discuss our top three best books and then top three worst books. So
yes.
what we're going to do, we're just going to we're going to start with the worst one and then end on a positive note. So we'll
Okay.
start with the third worst and then the second worst and then the worst one. So Rashmi, do you want to go first?
Yes. I think it was a good year in terms of reading. I did not have a lot of really bad books, but there were a few books that did not like live up to the mark. The first one was Red Flags and Rishtas by Radhika Agarwal. It was a good book, but I just did not like the ending. It was, it was like kind of enemies to lovers, which is a great trope. But then the guy did not behave really well with the girl, and she somehow like forgave him in the end. And it was just not what I was expecting from the book. So I gave it like it's the least favorite book of the year. The other one is
You're supposed to say the third least, and then you're supposed to say the least.
Oh, okay, okay. No, this was the least, like the
The least
third.
worst book.
Yeah, least worst.
Okay, fine.
The second worst book is The Undomesticated Goddess by Sophie Kinsella. It was a good book, but
Love
it
that
was
book.
it was a good book, but it was just so like predictable, and it's not something that'll happen in real life at all. It'll never happen. You can never like just disappear from your job like that. I think people will hunt you down, especially if you're in corporate. So it was also like, my least favorite book, second least
I
favorite
don't
book.
believe this.
My first, I think, least favorite book is Black Sheep by Rachel
Oh, no.
Harrison. Started off well, it started off really well. But again, it got predictable, and it was just I just did not like the way it kind of ended. I'm glad that there was, the girl got the closure and everything that she needed, but it was just not the ending that I was expecting. I think most of the books are like, I did not like the end. That's why it's my
Yeah.
least favorite book of the year. Yeah.
I think so. This is the book that we read together, Black Sheep.
Yeah, no,
And
yes.
even I have similar feelings, but it's not on my worst books list.
Okay. I'm excited to see what you have on your list.
Yeah. Okay. So I read mostly horror and thriller, how everybody knows. So my list is very not diverse. So the third, like the book that comes at the third worst position is called Ensuring Your Place in Hell. And it's basically an extreme horror book that is written by three different authors. And I am forgetting the names, but I think one is Stephen Cooper, one is Otis Bateman, and one is Stuart Bray. And I don't think Rashmi has read any of their stories.
No.
But yeah, but it was okay, but it just feels like I don't even remember the summary, to be honest. And every story is very short, so I don't think it's really necessary to give a summary because it's really, really short. But it was just extreme for being extreme. There was no like reason, like there was no logic. It was just extreme horror. There was no emotions, there was no attachment, and it was just some gross things happening that I didn't enjoy.
Did you not like it because it was a collection of short stories? Like, or would the story would have been better if it was a little bit longer? You'll get more context that way.
To be honest, I've read stories by Stuart Bray before. I think I read the book that's called, oh my god, I'm forgetting the name, but I'm gonna put up a picture. But he writes again, it's very like extreme things, but I just don't find their motivation for doing things. Like they're just doing something like disgusting and something gross. but I just don't understand the logic behind it. Like it's not like full brutal, where you
Mm-hmm.
understand the
Yeah.
logic.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, definitely because it was very short and there was not much character development, but it's also like just no plot. It's just extreme horror. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So my second one, and this is probably the most unpopular opinion, but it's White Knights. But people love this book, and I just don't understand the hype. It's a very short, so it's very short. You'll finish it very fast. But I just felt like it was just like 90 pages of this guy whining about how lonely he is and how much he needs a girl. And
Oh,
yeah, like so he meets a girl. Basically, this guy, he's lonely, he's sad. He meets a girl, he falls in love. It's a very instant love, and there is no like there's nothing. It's just like he falls in love, and then he's like, "Oh my god, I just need her," and that's all. And so I'm like, I just cannot relate to this.
it kind of sounds like a lot of men on Reddit. So many Reddit threads I have gone through, but the plot is the same, but it's shorter.
Yeah, I don't know how people love this book. Everybody I know has loved this book, and there's so many like booktubers and bookstagrammers who will like recommend this book to you. I just don't understand the hype. Like it's
How
nothing.
is this a thriller?
It's not
Like,
a
does
thriller.
something happen?
It's a classic.
Oh, okay.
It's not a thriller.
Oh,
It's a classic. Yeah, yeah. That's the only book that's not a thriller or a horror on this list. But it is.
okay, good.
It's a classic. It's by the author who wrote Crime and Punishment.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes. Mhm.
exactly. And the worst book that I have read is another extreme horror book. Yeah, it was not a good year for extreme horror books. But it's called Dollface by Ryan Powell, and it's a very short story. Um, it's about this. It's an interesting premise because it's about this girl who is being who is with this abusive guy, and this guy is a teenage girl, I think, as far as I remember. And she finds a doll in the house where she's being kept, and the doll then comes to life. And
Oh,
yeah, so I don't want to say anything more because the premise is very interesting. And I think it
yeah.
also has a second part, but I don't think I'll be reading it. It's just, again, it felt very, very quick and
Hmm.
very fast. So I did like how it ended. Like there was a slight hint of something I can't really talk much about it, but I think I hated it even more because the premise was so good, but the execution was bad. So
Is
that
it kind of like Chucky?
a bit like Chucky, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Hmm.
you could say that. Um, yeah. So that was my worst book. We are now gonna move to the positive ones, like the
Yes.
three best books that we read out of the 25 books. So Rashmi, take it away.
Yes, the third best book is There Is No Such Thing as an Easy Job. It's
Mhm.
by Kikiko Samura. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it completely wrong. But it was a really, I read it when I was going through like a difficult period with my job, and I was like not really sure if,
Mhm.
what I should do in my future, if working is really for me, question mark, all those things. And I read this book, and it was a good book. Like this girl is also burnt out from her job, previous job. So she kind of like takes up a lot of part-time jobs. And in each one, she learns something new, of course, but also each one there's like something crazy that happens, something supernatural that happens, and all those kind of things. So it was a really fun read, and it was also like very relaxing and kind of like a breather sort of a book, so I really liked it. And my second favorite book is Satan Loves You by Grady Hendrix.
I love
It
that
was a
book.
good book. It was like Satan was an anti-hero, and it was really, really well written.
Yeah.
And I think it was also very descriptive in the way that I could imagine, like, picture things that were written. Like, it was written really well, and the flow of the book was really well. So I really, really liked it. And my first favorite book is Obscura by Joe Hart. It's a
I
book that
love
I
that
read
book.
because Kasturi told me to,
I told
and
her
it
both the
was,
books.
yeah.
Just
Yes,
taking the
yes,
credit here.
Satan Loves You. Yeah. Both the books I've given a 5 star out of 5.
Exactly. Only if you
Yeah.
listen to my recommendations, you'll be getting many more 5 stars.
Yeah. I do like the books that Kasturi recommends. So I would also recommend you guys to read it.
Yeah.
But it was a short story, but it was really, really well written, and it was kind of also unpredictable, which I loved. Yeah.
Do you want to say a little bit about Obscura? Because I feel like it's a science fiction book,
Yes.
science fiction thriller, and it's about I think this girl who's trying to find a
Find a
cure for
cure.
a disease,
Yeah.
and then she
People
gets
are
yeah.
like losing their mind, kind of
Mhm.
a thing.
Yeah.
And they're not able to find a cure or like a reason of for why it's happening. And yeah, she's a PhD doctor, and she's like looking for a cure,
Yeah,
and it
and
just becomes crazy from there.
yeah, and it does
Completely
take
crazy.
place in like space. So
Yes.
it's really even more interesting. So please read that. I love that book. It's so, so good.
Oh, I do have another like honorable mention.
Even
It's
I have. I've kept like 2 books in like the third place. Okay. Go ahead.
I have just like one. It's called I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue. It is a good book. It's a very different book from anything that I've read. There's this woman that like writes, you have to write email to your coworkers, right?
Yeah.
And she just writes like crazy things at the bottom and she writes it in white so that it's not visible. And then one day someone finds it and her life kind of like unravels from there. There's a lot of like learning moments and everything like that, but the premise was like really, really good. So I put it as an honorable mention.
Nice. I also have an honorable mention. I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. They were actually like very good books for me this year, but I could not put all of
Yes.
them. Although I read
Yeah,
very, very few.
2025 was a good book year.
Yeah. But you did get 2 5 stars. I didn't get a single 5 star, like forever. It's been
Oh,
forever, yeah. I also forgot to say the rating. I think we should have told the ratings.
yes.
I know. But like my worst books, they're all pretty much 3 star. 2 point.
Yeah, even mine, two, three, yeah.
Okay. Okay, my number 3 is, so I've put 2 books. One is The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden, which I enjoyed it so
Okay.
much. I thought it was so good. And I don't know why, but I couldn't guess the ending. A lot of people did guess the ending, but I just could not. I think
Even I couldn't guess the ending
did
now.
you read Boyfriend?
Yes, it was a book club book. I read
Oh
it.
yes, I forgot completely. Oh my God, I completely forgot. Yes, yes. Boyfriend was good. And then I put this another science fiction thriller horror kind of thing. It's a very short story, not very short story, it's like a novella. It's called Thrum by Meg Smitherman. It's
Hmm.
so interesting because it's about this girl um and her crew, and they are in space in a spaceship, and I think they're going for some kind of research,
Okay.
some space research. I
Yeah.
don't remember exactly. And then I think they were in stasis or something, and then they wake up and she sees that her crew is dead. No one's
Oh.
there. Yeah. And someone has already cut off her communication with like Earth, and there's something wrong with the spaceship. And then she notices this huge other, I don't want to say it, but like entities kind of thing in the
Oh.
space. And it's
Okay.
just, it's so crazy from there. It's like a fever dream. It's like a trippy thing. It's really good. It's so good. You have to read it. And you
It
have
is.
to,
It's there on my TBR. Yes.
yes, it's really, really fun. I really liked it. In my second place, it was so difficult to decide between the first and the second, because both of them got 4.5 star. And in my
Mm.
second place is Briar Dark by S.A.
Yeah.
Harrion. I just love that book to bits. I love it so much. It is again a science fiction horror. I feel like this was a good year. I mean, last year was a good year for science
Yes.
fiction.
Yes.
It's about this bunch of researchers, and it's a common theme at this point. So a group of researchers who are going, or like a biologist and a geologist, who are going to research this like a forest area. And
Mm-hmm.
but when they reach there, they realize that there are paths appearing out of nowhere, and it's not really matching with the map, and time's just behaving very strangely there, and they just don't understand what is happening. And then we are following parallelly another guy who has received this bunch of tapes that
Okay.
kind of relates with this group of researchers. So I don't want to
Mhm.
say how it relates and what happens,
Yeah.
um, but it's very interesting. It's a series. So I've read the first book, I've read the second book as well, but the second book was not as good as this first book. And then the third book is hopefully coming out this year and should
Mm.
be on my list, hopefully,
Yes.
of the best books. And
Fingers crossed.
I really want you to read that book this year. It should be
Yeah,
on the
I will.
list.
I will. Yes.
And my favorite book of the year, and also my best book of the Book Bingo Challenge, is Knock Knock Open Wide by Neil Sharpson. It's a horror book.
Hmm.
It deals with Irish folk mythology stuff. It's
Okay.
really like, so I don't read folk horror that much, but I thought it was so unique. Again, it's about this girl who is coming back from a party. She's driving home. It's all dark. It's late at night, and she finds like a person, like a corpse on the road.
Hmm.
And she
Okay.
gets out, and she is like, yeah, it's not a cough. Like she thinks that she can make it to the hospital or something, or she can ask for help. So she takes the body and she's driving, and she reaches this farmhouse, and the story takes off from there. And then, so that is happening, and then after that, we're seeing that like 20 years later, uh,
Mm.
it's her daughter, the girl's daughter,
Yeah. Okay.
and she started her university, and she finds another woman there so it's like a bit of a female romance.
Hmm.
And her mom's completely different person than what her mother was 20 years ago. So what happened exactly, what went down, and all of that. It also deals with so many different things. It deals with a children's TV show. It deals with this character that nobody has seen on the TV, but people remember. Like, it's a very, like, it all comes together really well at the end. So you should really, really read that. It's a very, very good horror book.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I think it might fit one of the prompts.
exactly. Oh, yes, we will talk about the prompts in a
Yes.
second. But those were all the books that we loved and didn't like. And we do this challenge mainly to just see who wins, and the winner gets something from the person who doesn't win. So I'm excited to reveal now. I feel like it's gonna be the same. I feel like,
It's yeah.
yeah. If that happens, we just need to, like, we have to chuck this because last time both of us were the winners and that just did not make sense. So we'll see if this happens this year. So yeah, so when did you finish your bingo? When did you get the bingo?
I finished it in October.
Ah, September.
September. Oh.
Wait, no, did I finish it in October?
Yes, I wrote October here.
Oh yes, I also finished it in October.
Oh my God.
I just don't see. Okay, what happened? I'll tell you. So I wrote something, and then I couldn't
Yeah.
read my handwriting because I was like, "What have I written?" And then I wrote September because I was like, "I think it's September." And now that you
Mm.
said October, I think it looks like October. OCT. So yes.
OCT, but I wrote OCT. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is not working out. I
It
can't.
is not.
So
I
basically,
hope third time's the charm.
I know. Um. So you want to say what new thing we are doing this year for the book bingo?
Yes. So, last time we had 25 numbers and we each got to pick whatever book we wanted to read. But this year we wanted to make it a little bit more challenging and we each gave prompts to each other. I mean, we are also following the same prompts. I'll also be doing the same prompts that I've written for myself. But Kasturi has written 5 prompts and I have written 5 prompts that correspond to like particular numbers in the bingo board. So I have picked a nonfiction book,
Mhm.
a book on your TBR with the longest title, a translated work, a book with a road trip adventure, a book you DNF'd last year. Those are my 5 prompts.
And my 5 prompts are a book where time moves strangely. And yes, Brian Dark, I'm looking at you. A book where the plot takes place in one day. A book with a character who has an unusual job. A book that will make you check the locks twice. And a book with multiple point of views. So yeah, we are going to read books that fits this 10 prompt, and the rest of the 15 books are whatever we want to read. And we'll see again who wins, or is there just no winner and we just keep doing this challenge like for years and years.
Which prompt do you think will be the most difficult to fulfill?
I think it won't be difficult, but I think the nonfiction one is just gonna kill me because I don't read
Yeah.
nonfiction book. But I think what is going to be difficult is to also read probably something that with a character that has an unusual job. I mean, I know
Yes.
some
Even
of the
I.
books, but I don't know if I'm
I
interested.
think it has to be gore. It's like leaning towards gore. I feel like, I don't
But
know. I mean,
usually,
also, what is an unusual job,
I
really?
don't know. Like for example, I know the story by, I mean, oh my God, Graveyard Shift, which is about a guy
Yeah.
who takes care of the graveyard. I think
But
that's
is
what
that an unusual job? Like,
it's
I don't know.
slightly unusual. Or
Someone has to
somebody,
do it.
or like a puppeteer. I don't know, something like that. Something interesting
Ah,
that you
okay.
don't come across
Not
every.
mainstream job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I just gave you so many options right now.
I think for me, it's a book where the plot takes place in one day. Because I'm not sure if a book like
I
that
know.
exists.
Um, I know one book, but I don't think I'll read. I mean, I know the story, so I won't read it. But you can check out the statistical probability of love at first sight. I think it takes place within 24 hours
Okay,
in like,
check that
yeah,
out.
in like an airport or something. I
Yeah.
could be wrong because I've not read the book. I've seen the movie. The movie does take over other time zone, like over a
Mhm.
few days. But I'm not sure. You can read. I do have few extreme horror books that I know that takes place within the same day, so I can send you
Okay.
recommendation if you need.
Yeah, I can do that. I think extreme horror would be good.
Yeah, I think extreme horror would be your best bet.
I think even a book that I DNF'd last year, I did DNF Cows. I
I
forgot the
cannot
author name.
write.
I couldn't get through it. I read 30% of it. It just became so disgusting for me to read. I just couldn't get through.
It is a bit disgusting.
God.
I am gonna read, hopefully, my
What
Vampire
book?
Plus one.
Ah, yeah. Even book lovers. You're supposed
Not
to
book
read.
lovers.
No. Yeah. No.
Oh my God, better
Better
than
than
Symphony.
movies. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So either of those books probably will be better than the movies.
It was a good book. It was my 5 star in 2024.
It is definitely not a 5 star.
It's a good book. It's a really, really cute, sweet book. It has a part two, by the way. I don't know how to feel about it.
No.
But yeah, the synopsis doesn't sound like something I'll enjoy. But it has a part two.
I'm only gonna read it because Rashmi has asked me to read it. Otherwise, I would not be reading that book. It sounds like something I would have enjoyed 10 years ago.
Maybe, yes. Definitely not something you'll enjoy in your late 20s, but it's a really cute book. It's a very cute book.
No. I read like all the crazy books like cows. So I don't think better than the movie. So that was our book bingo video. And don't forget to keep an eye out next year again when we announce the winners for the millionth time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.